and also I think it's further complicated because Austen, of course, is a British writer, and my background is Indian. So my parents immigrated from India in the 1970s to Canada, and I grew up with hearing stories about the British occupation of India and the colonial effects of that, and of course, as a result, in this weird way, like India's has been so affected by British colonial culture. And part of that is this reverence for British literature, right? And of course, the Indian literature that is written in English that has grown up alongside of it. So when I was reading Jane Austen, I was very aware of like the parallels between Austen's social organization and also not social organization, but I guess the outlook that Austen had with regards to the rituals of courtship, for instance, and they just seem so familiar in this strange way, even though the book was written centuries before I was born. So like I could sense in myself there was this belief, that this idea that these books are something really special. They have a prized place in the canon, and yet I was also really aware. I think as I grew up and I started studying English in university and in my later years when I became an English high school teacher, I was also really aware of the tension of just being like a South Asian woman who was reading about this life that exists as a result of colonial practices in Britain. And it's a strange feeling, but I also just love the story. I think Jane Austen is a genius. Like I think she's incredibly talented, and there's a reason why her stories have survived for this long.